country, you were to think that white people were God, that they had the right to give us our freedom. And so what we had to do was to beg them or to act the way they want us to act before they gave us our freedom. We must stop seeking to imitate white society. We must create for ourselves to save our very humanity. Because the fight for black power in this country is indeed a fight to civilize a barbaric country, the United States. We have to be able to gather the strength. You must be able to get the guts as the intellectuals of the black society to say, we are black. Our noses are broad. Our lips are thick. Our hair is nappy. And we are beautiful. And we are beautiful. And we are beautiful. And we are beautiful. Yes.
Welcome to the Muslim Street. You're listening live. This is Laila Abdelaziz with my co-host Malik Aziz. Thank you for listening. I know that the majority of America is watching the Super Bowl right now. Our producer is watching the Super Bowl. Bill is over there watching the Super Bowl. None of them can focus.
I'm listening to the Muslim Street show.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Bill. Thanks. That was Stokely Carmichael. He was he was originally born in Trinidad, a Black American activist from the 60s. And the reason we played that clip for you guys is because February is Black History Month. That's what we will be highlighting throughout our shows every Sunday evening here. Stokely is a very interesting guy, very interesting intellectual that rose to prominence in the 60s, specifically for his work with Black American students. I'm not going to talk myself up or anything, but he kind of does the kind of work we do over at Emerge. You know,
Absolutely.
he was a huge proponent of encouraging Black Americans to vote. He himself was credited for registering thousands of Black American voters. That was him in 1965 speaking to a group of students. And Malik actually met him.
Yeah, I met him at a conference in Chicago in the early 1980s, and he later becomes, of course, Kwame Ture. Takes on the name Kwame Ture in a bold platform of Pan-Africanism. And I think that if we study his organizational techniques, his academia, as you know, he was very influential during the mid-1960s, organizing the youth, the students around this country to overthrow Jim Crow and to transition that movement into Black Power. It was he who came up with that term, Black Power.
And he was initially the leader of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, which I think is phenomenal. You know, definitely I'm a huge supporter of the nonviolent movements that have risen up in the past century in different revolutions, different movements around the world. He initially was the leader of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Then he moved on to be an honorary prime minister of the Black Panther Party, and then he later became, he actually coined the term Black Power. Mm-hmm. He's credited for that. And he was very largely affiliated later in his life with Black nationalism and Pan-Africanism. And great guy, Stokely Carmichael, that's who we heard right there. But, you know, I think February is, there's so much to talk about in terms of Black History Month. Today on the show, we will be specifically speaking about Islam and African history and how it is highlighted in the only Muslim museum in the United States, the International Museum of Muslim Cultures. We'll be speaking with their co-founders. So definitely thank you for tuning in. We have a really exciting show for you all today. And Bill, I see you. I see you watching the Super Bowl.
He's watching Madonna.
He's watching Madonna. That's right. Sorry.
I'm watching the people on Muslim Street. You don't know that.
Who are you going for, the Giants or the Patriots?
I'm going for the Muslim Street.
All right. Bill said he's going for the Muslim Street.
Because I hear that
you're going for,
you're a good cook.
Yeah, she's a good cook. Yeah, she can, what we call throw down.
Who are you going for, Malik?
I like the Giants. The G-Man. Yeah, they're tough. I think they're going to win this one.
Nice. We'll see. We'll keep you guys updated. We do have the Super Bowl on right now. We'll try not to get too distracted by that. But a lot going on today, a lot going on in the news. Before we bring on our guests, we'd like to talk about a couple things. Syria making highlights in this past week.
Yeah, Syria is turning topsy-turvy. At some point, Bashar al-Assad is going to have to step down. There's going to have to be a transition. It's kind of ironic. His father, who came to power in 1970, Hafiz al-Assad, who ruled for a long time, and of course passed the baton to Bashar. He comes in under a theme of his movement called the corrective revolution. And I think right now Syria needs a corrective revolution. The violence has escalated, where the military has turned on its own people, who were simply seeking more just and equal society, a redistribution of wealth and services. And right now,
representation.
Yeah, exactly. So
yesterday Syria was in the news. Today, I mean, every day Syria has been in the news. Today specifically, some viral videos, some very graphic videos went viral on a couple news stations. But yesterday, the United Nations had a meeting to basically propose for action against the continuing violence in Syria, and the action was vetoed both by Russia and China.
Yeah.
So Hillary Clinton, actually Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, said that was a travesty. She's very upset about that. She's calling for friends of a democratic Syria to unite and rally against President Bashar al-Assad's regime over there. It's very unclear what exactly is going on in Syria, but it is very clear that too many people are dying, that people are not happy with the regime, that there needs to be a regime change, and this needs to happen quickly, and I can definitely support that.
Yeah, it's typical of the American position is, because the situation in Syria was clear months and months and months ago, and just like in Egypt and just like in Tunisia, this administration they will watch the wave of the people, wet their finger, see which way the wind is blowing, and then, okay, I'll take that position when it becomes popular, so.
Definitely. We'll keep you updated on what's going on in Syria. Too many people dying. I think, was it yesterday or the day before, they had a tally of like 200 people, 200 civilians killed. We'll keep you all updated. Again, thank you for joining us today on the Muslim Street. You're listening live from WTAN 1340. Join us after the break as we talk with the co-founders of the International Museum of Muslim Cultures.